Morning everyone, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. I hope everybody's well. I understand a lot of people in the US, a lot of my friends have been affected by this Hurricane Ian. My prayers are with you, and I hope everything, my prayers are with the families that have lost people, and I hope you all get over this awful thing quite quickly. So today what I want to do is I want to make some envelopes for our journals. This is some of my digital papers, and I have cut them and embossed them with, embossing. I have some of these fancy little edge cutters that I got from AliExpress. They weren't expensive, but what I did was, and they're nice little envelopes. You can either use them as a single envelope just to put in a pocket. You can actually fix them down, and they've got little pockets here. That one's got two. This one's just got one. I was in the middle of decorating this one, and I quite like the little end bits that you get, from when I've trimmed the end of that. It's a different pattern. That's the one from this one, but I thought, well, I could use them. So what I want to do is I want to show you how I make these. So all I do is I take, this is craft card. All I do is I take a piece of A4 craft card, paper, whatever, and what I do is I measure it and trim it. You can do this with a ruler. I'm going to do it with this memory keepers board. And what I usually do is, when I find my pen, which is here, I've got a pen that has all the ball tools, and I do it at 4. And then I do it at 8 1/8. And I fold that over, and then I've got like a little gap there, and that's if you're putting pockets in and you're wanting to, fill it out with things. And that is quite a nice little envelope to put in your journal. However, I like pockets, so what I did was I trimmed a bit off, so I did it at 6. So this one, what we'll do is, now I want my envelope that way, so it's this end that we're taking off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it with a smaller pocket, and I'm going to do it at 6.5. And just take it down. So that leaves me with that's 1 3/4 inches, and all I do is I just put that up like that. I'm not going to do any fancy trimming or anything on that, because obviously I've left that. I could do it like that and then just trim the edges. So then what I do here is, this is my flap, so I want this taken out, and I just take it just above the creased line so that you don't get any and I take it this side of the creased line. And then what I do is I take a little tiny slither out, so I cut it at this side of the creased line and this side of the creased line, and then you don't get any bulk. And that actually does just leave a slither, and then I just pull it. If it's paper I would cut it, but this is craft card, so, and then that way this isn't bulking that, and this isn't, you're not getting one of those unsightly creases this side. And there you have your envelope. So what I'm going to do is I am going to emboss this. Now, from my demonstration days, I've got a full drawer of, this is only probably a fifth of some of the embossing folders I've got. I've got some great big huge ones. But what I want to use is, I've got Crafters Companions, which are 3D embossing folders, and that's what I used here. And I'm looking for one that would maybe go with autumn. I don't want that one. I think I'll use that one. Let me have a look. Yeah, and that will give like a honeycomb, it's got like a honeycomb bit there, but it will give that up and part of it on there. So I will be back in a minute when I've embossed. I'm not bringing my machine on. It's a cut and emboss, and it's quite a big cumbersome. It's an electric one. I don't have any small ones anymore. I got rid of them all when I stopped demoing. So I will be back, so I'll see you in a minute. Hi, so I'm back. So there you are. There you have it. And for every sort of like die cutting machine, the sandwiches are different. And I can't give you any information on the sandwiches because I don't have my smaller machines with me, my manual ones. But what I can tell you is, if you want the embossing up this way, you feel for the, you know, you want the lumps underneath, the pattern that sort of like comes up underneath, and the hollowed out bit on the top, and that will give you emboss. If you want a deboss look, then you do it opposite, but I don't. I want the embossed look on the outside, and there you are. And you need to put sort of like shims, you know, to get that. But there, how nice does that look to go in a journal? So what we will do is we will stick the pockets down, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with paper, and I think this is from my digital kit, my warm and cozy digital kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. Oh, there's my embossed line there. I don't like it right up, and you need to make sure that it doesn't go. So there's my crease line there. It doesn't have to go right down because these pockets are going up, so that's fine. And then I'm going to put that embossed line the other side of the crease and take it there. And just by rounding the ends off, you're not going to get any sort of like dog ears. Because sometimes what happens is if you put too much pressure on your embossing, especially with 3D folders like this, you can weaken the card. So although it's nice and strong here, you know, the ends you can see. And if you wanted to, you could put like another piece inside. I'm not. I'm just going to emboss it, but what I will do is I'll build it a bit as well with some paint. Otherwise, and I will be back when I've stitched it, and then we'll deal with these and we'll have some tags to put in them. So I'll be back in a minute. Hi, I'm back. So I had a couple of bits and pieces problems with my sewing machine. As you can see, it's just a cheapie. I didn't want to use my good one because it just blunts the needles. So what I did was I did stitch these down, and I am going to put some paper over them, and then I will cut, trim the, you know, give them a thumb notch like that. So I'm just going to choose some paper for them. So what I might do is I might put some vellum on it. Should make a this is from my damask papers. I think what I might do is make a wee ribbon. Where's all this? I don't want to take too much away from the embossing. Yep. Try this one. It's got bits of thread on it. Yep, over there. Or would it be better underneath? That's quite nice. And about this side. Yeah, that would be nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the lace. Right, okay, I'm back. So I managed to get a buckle. I should have done the buckle before I put the lace on. I've managed to get it on, but what I want to do is I want to do a bit of gilding on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this through here. Thread this through. Now this is buckle's just been cut out of craft paper the same. And I'm just masking the buckle off a little bit. So we'll use a little bit of card. Okay. And I'm going to get these out and see what these are like. They're metallic gilding polish. So I should have a bright one somewhere. That's a copper one. So I'll go between the peach scrubby things. I'll use what's in the lid. Oops. I've got a bit on the lace there, but that's fine. This is doing everything backwards. This should have been done before, but then I just thought of the buckle once I'd decided to put the lace on. I just thought it would be good, as you do. These are the little bits that are cut out to the side. I thought they would be quite good as like little tabs. We'll have a look at this. Oh, that's nice. Maybe the copper's going to take over from there. From the peach. I like mixing my gilding bits. And what's this one? This is Enchanted Gold. Well, maybe put a bit of this on top. These I've had for years. That's lightened it a little bit. That's nice. They were getting a little bit hard, drying out a bit. So what I did was I just poured some boiling water in them and mixed them up. Just shook the jars and then just mixed them up with a coffee stirrer. And it works, so I've got some more life in these, which is good. Again, it's something from my demo days that I never really used a lot, but now I'm into junk journaling, I seem to be using them quite a bit. Yes, that looks quite nice, that. And I think what I might do is I might do some gilding around the edges before I put that on. So I'll do the peach and this one. And it will pick up on the embossing more than the normal, but that's fine. In fact, that's what I'll do, is I'll just give it a light covering. Because it looks quite nice. I quite like that. And the peach one. Again, we'll use the lid. Sometimes you find these in, they're not as popular as they used to be. So you find them in the, you know, the bins in the craft shops where they're selling them off. They've just got a few. That's where I got this one from, and the blue one. I think I got them for £2 or something, where I think the others I'd paid about £5 for at one of the craft shows. So I was quite pleased, because I like doing metallic tags and things like that. We'll just get into this. There we are. So it's an enchanted gold with a bit of apricot. And again, we'll like this. That's so nice. That is beautiful. I'm really pleased with that. So maybe should have waited until it had dried a little bit, but never mind. I'll get my material cloth. And just give it time to grab, and then once the gilding wax has dried a bit, that will, you know, stiffen that down. And I think what I might do is I might put that's nice, like a nice little evening purse. I quite like that, and it's nice for tags. So I think what we'll do is we will leave that there. And there we have it, the Velcro dots. So there we have it. So you can do paper. That one, I did sort of like the deeper pockets, so I cut it off further. That one we just left. I don't want to keep opening it because the no, they've stopped. This one I just used the use it from the top. So this was just, I'll give you it in centimetres. It was 4.5 centimetres. Again, 4 inches that way and 4 1/8 inch that way, and that sort of like gives you the wider bottom, so that fits in and it doesn't interfere with any of the pockets, and that goes over quite nice there. So we'll open that back up again, and I have got some tags. They're not finished, but they're just tags that come with the kit. There's some file folders. We've got some, like an envelope there, that's too big, but we've got some postcards, and some journaling cards, and that's a nice little, and as I said, you can stick that down, you can use it in, you know, in a free fold pocket. You could even stick it down and have, you know, like a pocket going in that way or a pocket going in that way. The same with these. And all again I did was I embossed the whole thing. You could actually emboss this if you wanted. And again, just put some tickets in, some file folders, and you can put little bits of ribbon and stuff on them. I've put a little bit of ribbon on that one, and I'm just going to put like a notebook, a couple of sheets of note pages on that one. So thank you very much, and I hope you get something out of this, and happy file folders. Okay, bye, see you in the next video.